Businesses have dealt with customers not paying their invoices over the years, and this is putting additional stress on business owners like you. As a business owner, you know that you need to receive payment on your customers' invoices to continue to have the cash flow that you need for your business to survive. Do you have any customer invoices that you're still waiting to collect payment on? Or are you one of those business owners who've been lucky enough so far in your business that you've been able to receive payment on all of your invoices? If you have invoices that have been unpaid or overdue, collecting on these accounts receivable amounts is very important for you. Make sure you track and ensure that you are still collecting on money that is due to your business. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about how you can manage your customer invoices, as well as the best practices to ensure that you're receiving payments on time. You may not even believe what the top reasons are that most customers have to say about not paying invoices, and the simple steps that you can take to get those payments on time. Whether you're getting ready to start your small business, you're a solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business owner, bookkeeper, or virtual assistant, you're going to want to listen in to today's episode so that you can stay on top of your accounts receivable game. I even have tips for you about how you can eliminate the stress of tracking and receiving payments from your customers in the first place. You're listening to the Mastering Your Small Business Finances podcast, where we get straight to the point on topics that ultimately affect your bottom line. That's right, as an entrepreneur with a small business, money management, growth, marketing, they all affect your bottom line. I'm your host, Chris Ponick. I'm a certified public accountant, and I've been helping small business owners like you navigate and easily understand these complicated topics for over 25 years. I'm a wife, a mom, a grandmother, and a small business owner myself, so I know your time is valuable. In my free time, I make the best sugar cookies and have mastered an amazing chocolate chip cookie recipe. And that's not just my opinion. You're in the right place. I promise your time will be well spent here. Each week, you'll gain confidence and clarity while making a successful impact on your business and grow your bottom line. Get comfy, grab a cookie, and let's get straight to the point with this week's episode. Welcome back. We all know that owning a business can be stressful, but if there are steps that you can take to be proactive about situations in your business that could be causing you stress, wouldn't you jump at the chance to ensure these steps are being done in your business? Why not eliminate that stress altogether? One of the top issues business owners have is collecting on the sales of products or services that they offer in their business. If you're not collecting payment for your product or service at the time of the sale, then you need to invoice your customer for the amount that they owe. These amounts are due to your business and are called accounts receivable. Keeping track of your accounts receivable and ensuring you're receiving all these payments is crucial for the survival of your business. First, I'm going to ask you how you are accepting payments. One of the first steps you can make to avoid having to track down your customers and receive your payments is to get your payments at the time of the purchase or sale. You can do this by accepting cash or check or using some sort of digital payment such as debit card, credit card, or even Venmo or PayPal. By collecting your payment up front, you'll eliminate the need to track each customer's purchase and send out reminders for them to pay their bill. This will not only help your cash flow, but it will save you a ton of time making calls to your customers to receive your payments. If you're unable to collect all your payments up front from your customers, you'll need to send invoices to your customers. You'll want to make sure that you take some time to consider what your payment terms will be. You may want to have your payment terms be payable upon receipt of the invoice. By doing this, as soon as your customer receives their invoice, the bill would be due, and they should be paying you right away. This is becoming more and more popular, and customers are getting used to the idea of needing to pay the invoice as soon as they receive it. You could also set a certain number of days in which the invoice is due. You could set this due date as 10, 15, 20, or even 30 days from the date of the invoice. Just remember that if you feel like you need the payments from these invoices quickly, that you set your due dates with a shorter date range. You also want to make sure that whenever you're invoicing your customer, that you do this on a timely basis. As soon as you invoice your customer, you're actually starting the clock on the amount of time they have to pay the invoice according to the terms you set on your invoice. Let's say you wait 2 weeks to invoice your customer. You have just given them 2 additional weeks for them to hold on to the money that you need to run your business. If you're an accountant or high-stress professional, you want to start enjoying your life more, both at work and at home. You've likely built a successful career, but at what cost? The problem is, you're so buried in deadlines and to-do lists that there's no time or energy left for the things that really matter. You're great at managing clients, deadlines, and numbers, but your own stress, time, and well-being, well, they always seem to come last. The constant pressure leads to burnout, guilt, and feeling like no matter how much you do, it's never enough. I see this all the time. As a CPA with over 20 years of experience and a certified coach, I've helped high-achieving professionals, just like you, go from stress and burnout to a more integrated and balanced lifestyle using the reinvention process. This process helps you reduce stress, reclaim your time, and finally build a healthier, happier, and more balanced lifestyle without sacrificing your success. The truth is, stress doesn't go away on its own, and eventually the cost isn't just exhaustion, it's your health, your relationships, and your love for the work you once enjoyed. If you're ready to build a life that you don't need a vacation from, it's easy to get started. First, schedule your complimentary stress audit and clarity session, where in just one session, I'll help you pinpoint what's really draining your time and energy. Create a personalized action plan to help you simplify your life, reclaim your time, and increase your productivity so that you start living with more energy, focus, and freedom. You don't have to keep doing this alone. I can help you customize a plan to stop the overwhelm and start enjoying your life again. Go to financialadventure.com, click on the Work With Me button, and book your free session today. Let this be the moment that you stop just surviving and start living with more control and finally enjoy a more integrated and balanced lifestyle again. In the meantime, check out all the other resources and solutions on my website that you can immediately apply to your life so that you can stop being stressed out and feeling like you're never doing enough, and instead breathe a sigh of relief at the end of the day knowing you've accomplished enough and can enjoy your life more. If you are invoicing your customers, you could be writing manual invoices or you could have a computerized system. If you're writing manual invoices, make sure that you have a way to track who still owes you money. One of the biggest problems many small business owners make is to not track their accounts receivable. Don't just send out your invoices to your customers and trust that they will pay you. You need to keep a system to ensure each of those invoices are paid, and you'll need to follow up on anyone who has not paid their invoice. If you're using a manual system for your invoices, you could set up a tracking system for who owes your money by using a simple spreadsheet, or you could even keep a copy of each invoice until it's been paid. If you're using a computerized system, such as QuickBooks, every time you create an invoice, it will automatically show this invoice in your accounts receivable. You can easily run an accounts receivable summary listing to see which customers owe you money, how much money they owe you, and how past due they are on their payments. You will need to set up a collections process for your unpaid invoices. There are business owners who have waited over 6 months to over a year to receive payments on invoices. Decide on how often you will follow up with your customers on their unpaid invoices. One of the most common reasons customers say they have not paid their invoice is simply because they never received an invoice in the first place. If you set up a system to follow up with any customer who hasn't paid their invoice by a certain number of days, this will help to find any of those customers who say they never received their invoice, and it will hopefully speed up the receipt of these payments. I would recommend following up with any unpaid invoice over 30 days past due at a minimum. This is also a great reminder if they did receive your invoice but didn't realize the payment terms and that the invoice was due. If you find that your customers are not paying, you may be in a situation where you need to take out a loan or even funnel personal money into your business just to sustain the cash flow that your business needs. To avoid situations like this, staying on top of your accounts receivable, following up with any unpaid invoice, or even making sure to collect payments up front will save you from needing a loan or your personal funds to continue your operations. This is why you should be monitoring your accounts receivable closely. Another reason why customers state that they haven't paid invoices in the past is that they don't have the money. Some customers say they just forgot or they lost the invoice. Others may say that they were out of the office and just didn't get a chance to make the payment yet. You can overcome many of these situations with a quick phone call or an email to your customer to follow up on an unpaid invoice. Your customer may not have an organized system in place on their end, and by having your systems organized and in place in your business, as well as staying on top of your unpaid invoices, you could easily get paid sooner just by helping them know what is due to you. More and more businesses have switched over to digital payments. By doing this, you will be more likely to get paid, and even if you are sending your customers invoices, just by having the option for them to pay by credit card will likely help you get paid faster than the traditional payment methods like checks. Many customers prefer using credit cards as a payment method. If you have been holding back because of the additional fees, it may be a good time to do a small price increase on your products or services to help cover any additional charges you could encounter if you make the switch to digital payments such as credit cards. And you know I'm going to ask, what's at least one thing you will take away from this episode that will help your business succeed and grow your bottom line? If you need some accountability, join our private Facebook community and post your action item. We'd love to support you. Thanks for taking the time to tune into this episode of Mastering Your Small Business Finances. If you enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed creating it for you, I'd love for you to give it a 5-star rating and subscribe to the show so you never miss an episode. Visit financialadventure.com for the show notes, links from this episode, and while you're there, leave a comment if you have a topic you're interested in learning more about that affects your bottom line. If you're looking for a community where you can ask questions and get feedback about your small business, join my private Facebook group. You can find the links to this group and more on financialadventure.com. And remember, any financial information shared on this podcast is not to be considered professional, financial, or tax advice and should not be solely relied upon. Please consult your CPA or tax advisor for an opinion on your specific circumstances. I'm looking forward to having you tune in next time. Until then, dream big, follow your heart, and love what you do.